Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and we're here today outside the Maze Bank offices with my good friend Mr. Raccoon, who's dancing, and I don't approve of that kind of thing, no. Yes, we're here outside the Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, because today I'm going to purchase myself another special vehicle. Okay then, so why don't we head on inside, and that's exactly what I'm going to go and do. Okay then, here we are inside the office. Now I must warn you, ladies and gentlemen, please don't speak to my secretary. She runs a charity that poisons wells in third world countries, don't you know? And I really don't approve of that kind of thing. Okay then, well, like I say, here we are inside the office, ladies and gentlemen, and normally I like to purchase my special vehicles from elsewhere, but on this occasion I think we'll go ahead and use this regular middle seat right here. Okay, now the vehicle we're going to purchase today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Phantom Wedge, and the Phantom Wedge can be found under the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and that's exactly where we've gone right now. We have to scroll all the way down the page, don't you know, and there we go, the Phantom Wedge. Now, generally retailing, ladies and gentlemen, for a price of just under 2,1,920,000, I do believe, on sale when I was making this video for a steal at just over 1 million there. Okay, now we're going to purchase that vehicle and head on outside, and there we go, Mr. Raccoon is waiting for, and what the bloody hell has happened to my car? Sorry, Raccoon, you can't trust him with anything. I go inside for 5 minutes and look at the dents all over it, the hood's up, my good God. Right, okay, well, I suppose we'll have to head on down to but it's bloody smoking. Do you see that? The engine's smoking. What the sodding hell has he done to this car? Right, okay, well, never mind. We're going to head on down to my special vehicle warehouse, ladies and gentlemen. Outside is where the special vehicles will be delivered, don't you know? And it's worth pointing out that it's always worth undertaking the CEO missions to get the discounts on these particular vehicles, which is what I've gone ahead and done already. Okay then, and here we are, we're outside the special vehicle area, ladies and gentlemen, my special vehicle workshop, I should say, or warehouse. Mr. Raccoon's not particularly familiar with this area, you know, he's driven right past it. Okie dokie, there we go, and he's got a baseball bat in his hand. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, small wonder what's happened to my car, is it? Bloody Raccoon, did you see that? He had a baseball bat. There we go, look over there, sodding Raccoon, I know. Right, he's beaten my car to bits, hasn't he? Right, anyway, we'll head on inside. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're inside my special vehicle warehouse where I store all my vehicles. And, of course, the special vehicles that you buy from the Warstock Cash and Carry can only be stored in the underground garage here. And you can see I've got my Ruiner 2000 there and my ramp buggy, the only special vehicles I currently own. And this is my third purchase, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the Phantom Wedge, as you can see. And what do we think? My God, it's got a big nose, hasn't it? How about that? Well, yes, look at that. Well, it's basically a great big truck, ladies and gentlemen, with a great big ram on the front, don't you know? If you've undertaken any of the gun running sales missions, you may well be familiar with this particular vehicle. You know, it really is jolly good fun. And one can purchase it oneself, like I say, for a price of $2 million. I'm getting it at the moment. For, like I say, just, I can't even remember, just over the one, was it? Something like that. Okie dokie, and there we go. Rightio, well, jolly good, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick spin round and take it out onto the street. And see if we can have a little fun with the vehicle, don't you know? Okay, then, here we are, rightio, we'll just get moving then, shall we? Okay, and there's Mr. Raccoon in his own Phantom Wedge, and sodding hell, I should have expected that. How about that? I managed to roll it within 2 seconds of being outside. Okay, well, never mind. Yes, like I say, Mr. Raccoon there, he's got his own Phantom Wedge. I should point out that his name's the Bromby, ladies and gentlemen. He has a channel of his own, you know, and has some rather entertaining videos on there. So why don't you go and check that out when you've got a moment or two. Okay, then, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're both in our Phantom Wedges. Right, where the hell is he? Right, okay, I think he got caught behind there. He had to do a 180 now, didn't he? And here he comes. Okie dokie, jolly good. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I say here, we're both in our Phantom Wedges. We're going to take it all down to the Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to do a test lap, and why not? Okay, here we are now. Mr. Raccoon has owned his Phantom Wedge for a rather long time, don't you know? It's not a recent purchase for him, it is for me, and we're going to just have a little quick go around the standard lab to see what happens. And normally, the sort of the problems one may face with motorists getting in one's way really shouldn't be an issue for us, because as I say, this thing basically is a battering ram. Okay, and there we go. Righty, oh right, he's almost sort of knocked me off there, didn't he? But never mind. Right, okay, so what do we think of the Phantom Wedge? Well, it's a truck, ladies and gentlemen. So, in terms of acceleration, top speed, and handling, the answer is no to all of them. Hasn't got any. Go on, take that, Mr. Raccoon. Ha ha ha! Roll them into the wall. How about that? Hard cheese, old boy. Right, okay, better wait for him, though, you know. Right, there we go, just show good willing and all that. Come on, then, Mr. Raccoon, for God's sake, righty-o. Yeah, so, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, this vehicle, before, out of the box, as one say, you know, whoopsie-daisies, right, he's rather sore about that, obviously. Yes, it hasn't got great sort of performance, really, but one wouldn't expect it, you know. It is a truck, and it's a special truck, you know, designed for ramming things out the way, and speaking of which, right, oh, sorry, hell, right, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I've ended up on the motorway. I've been waiting a long time, and now I've done this twice in about a week. Okay, there we go. Vigilante was the other one, don't you know? Right, I'm going to have to head on back up the hill now, ladies and gentlemen, see if we can't just complete that standard lap. Okay, then here we go, coming down. Not going to get that corner after all. You saw what happened there. Went flying off the edge without saying because I've been rammed by another Phantom Wedge. Generally speaking, very wide turning circle, as you may well expect. Slow acceleration, slow top speed, ladies and gentlemen. What can one say? Okay, now in terms of modification, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it on down to the custom auto shop. We can't get it into the Phantom. We can't get it into the MOC, I should say, or the Avenger, or the custom auto shop. So can we get it into Los Angeles Customs? And the answer is no. This vehicle cannot be modified. Oh, how about that? He snuck up behind me. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. How are you doing? Okie dokie, yes, well there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out that we can't actually get this vehicle modified whatsoever, but what we can do with it is call in the MOC, and we have done right there. Yes, okay, you can see that's the MOC there, ladies and gentlemen. And what we can do with this is we can detach the MOC trailer from the MOC cab, don't you know? And we can drag the MOC trailer along with the Phantom Wedge, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now, don't you know? Right, what's happened there? Right, oops, okay, I've sort of caught a car under the vehicle there, haven't I? Right. Okay, well, sorry about that, old boy, you know, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so by pressing right on the D-pad, ladies and gentlemen, pressing and holding right, one can detach from the trailer, you know, and that's exactly what I've done right there. And I'm going to head on back up to the Phantom Wedge, pick up the Phantom Wedge, get on inside, and take the Phantom Wedge back down to the trailer, ladies and gentlemen, a short distance away, and there's the cab for it. And simply by backing up towards it, ladies and gentlemen, we'll hook on, no problem whatsoever, you know, very, very easy. And now we've got pretty much a tank, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be quite frank about these things. It's very slow moving, but there are turrets on that MOC, so you can get someone in the back there on the to fire the rockets, and you've got yourself a battering ram at the front. So this thing pretty much becomes unstoppable. And there we go. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. He's done it again, hasn't he? Right, okay, I'm going to have to back up now. Yes, and he's chosen to put his MOC in chrome. It's very, very tasteful, Mr. Raccoon, I must say. Right, okay, here we go. Yes, there he is behind me. And we're just going to go out on the street, ladies and gentlemen, with our Phantom Wedges and MOCs and have a bit of fun. Right, sonic hell. Should have looked where I was going, really, shouldn't I? Okay, there we go. Like I say, he's in front of me, this shiny MOC, and I'm just riding cars out of the way, don't you know? And like I say, this really is the point of this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. It's got a huge, great big battering ram on the front, and you can drive it along the street and just flip cars out of your way. Now, there used to be a limit on the amount of cars you could sort of get out of your way, about 50, I believe, but that recently has been buffed, you know, in the last year or two. And now it can ram a hell of a lot more vehicles out of the way before it starts to smoke or anything like that. So you really can have a rather jolly good time in it, you know, before things go haywire. Okay, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on up to this. Can't be modified, so no point in wasting time with that. We're going to take it on up to the track, you know. There's not much we can put it up against, but we're going to find out what we can put it up against anyway. And the first thing, of course, ladies and gentlemen, will be another MOC. So the question we ask ourselves here is the MOC with the standard cab going to be able to outrun the Phantom Wedge? And of course, on this particular race, we're both going to be pulling the MOC trailers along behind us. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen, the MOC cab versus the Phantom Wedge, both pulling trailers. Let's find out what happens here then, shall we? Okay, grenade, and we're starting right here, off the line straight away, pretty darn close, isn't it, to be quite frank with things? But no, the MOC is, yes, it's starting to pull away there, and I get the feeling this is going to be one of the longest and most boring laps we've ever done. But it is quite interesting to see such a gaudy MOC there, isn't it? Well, who would put one's MOC in a chrome one, may I ask? And the answer is a raccoon, ladies and gentlemen. A garbage pounder. That's the sort of creature that would go and do an audacious thing like that. Look at that, fully in chrome. I mean, he's got absolutely no sense of decorum, that creature, I tell you. Right, okay. Well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, he's got him beaten me, hasn't he? Yes, he's got around the track quicker. So yes, the MOC cab is actually faster than the Phantom Wedge when they're doing the trailers. Don't you know, when they're doing the MOC behind him? Okay, then we'll get a try now without the trailers and gentlemen. We'll detach the trailers and just try the cabs, ladies and gentlemen, see which one's faster there. Okay, so now we got the right. Okay, what's going on? Right, okay, we got police, don't you know, hassling us. Right, what's going on there? Right, okay, he's pulled alongside my good friend Mr. Raccoon there, and he's just sort of stopped, hasn't he? Right, we'll go and have a word with him about that. He's sort of impeding our progress here, you know. Excuse me, officer, would you be so kind enough as to get the hell out of the way, you know? For God's sake, what do? You can't just drive into him like that. Well, he's not listening, is he? I suppose there's only one thing for it: sticky bomb or grenade. Grenade or sticky bomb. I think a grenade. Yes, there we go. Better drive away, Mr. Raccoon, quick as you like now. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Yes, hello, officers, and goodbye, officers. Yes, jolly good. Right, okay, got been to rather a spot of bother with the law, that hasn't it now? In fact, now I think that may as well change back to Mr. Puglow, you know, sort of. There we go, back to Puglow, jolly good. Rightio, okay, now I'm going to hop inside the Phantom Wedge, ladies and gentlemen, give Lester a call, you know, see if we can't just get those stars off me. Okay, it's rather a shame I had to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't enjoy killing the police. Honestly, thoroughly enjoy killing the police. But no, that was absolutely necessary. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, they weren't going to get out of our way quickly, and we do want to do some races, and that's more important than a policeman's life. Okay, what the hell's going on there? Right, okay, now the sodders, bloody hell, they've sodding well stopped again. Right, what on earth are they? Oh, they're investigating the blown up police car. Well, I suppose that's sort of understandable, really. Okay, well, would you please mind getting out of the way, gentlemen? You are, as I say, impeding our fun and games. And what sodding hell, that car's... Bloody hell, these police, look at that. The sodding police car's gone and done it again. Right, so, oops-a-daisy. Oh, hot cheese, old boy. Tough luck. How about that? He's crushed his friend, and then he's crushed himself under it. Oh, dear, well, that's going to move them. No, they're not going to move, are they? They're still absolutely in wonder and awe of my fine work with that grenade. Okay, yes, they're just going to stand around investigating for a long, long time now, aren't they? And that really is sort of getting on my nerves. Okay, gentlemen, would you mind please clearing the racetrack or the airway or whatever the runway, whatever the hell it is, for God's sake? No, they're not going to listen, are they? Oh, and Mr. Raccoon, I wonder if you'd be so kind as to hop on down outside out of your cab there. Thank you, Mr. Raccoon, and we'll see if we can just persuade these policemen to... Yes, there we go, that's the general idea. You've got it, Mr. Raccoon. Down you go, sunshine. Okay, bullet in the face and all that. No, don't do sodding hell. Yes, I suppose I shouldn't have asked him to help, really, should I? Okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got back to the racetrack, don't you know? We had to go ahead and sort of get the police officer and whatnot, get the stars off, get the track cleared. And now I'm waiting for Mr. Raccoon, don't you know? We had to sort of go away, make a slight detour. He's gone and got himself a station wagon, and I'm just waiting for him to arrive. And here he is, and there he goes. Okay, jolly good, flying into the sky, don't you know? Okie dokie, where is he? There he is, he's behind me. Well, jolly good, Mr. Raccoon. Would you care getting back in your MOC now? Thank you very much. Right, okay, and there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next question is, can the MOC cab beat the Phantom Wedge when they are not towing the MOC trailer? And the answer to that is, for the first 5 feet, no, and then for the rest of the race, yes. Okay, and that really, I suppose, gentlemen, if we consider this really sort of logically, that really shouldn't come as a surprise to it. What the bloody hell, right, he's going right off the track. How about that? Well, I might well catch a chance to win now. Yes, I think I was only going to hard cheese, old boy. Yes, like I say, it really should come as no surprise to us, ladies and gentlemen, that the MOC is going to sort of beat out the Phantom Wedge here, because as it's quite obvious, the Phantom Wedge cannot be modified, therefore no engine upgrades, whereas the MOC cab can be, and therefore the MOC is going to win pretty much every time now, isn't it? Okay then, and there we go. Right, bloody hell, right. Okay, how about that, Mr. Raccoon? You sort of caught up with me there, didn't you? Jolly good, old boy. Righty, okay then. So, right, the question is, I suppose, ladies and gentlemen, what's next? And he seems to have an idea, doesn't he? Let's go and find out. Okay, it's the Pounder Custom, ladies and gentlemen. The big truck, not as big as the MOC or the Phantom Wedge, quite evidently. But we're going to find out how the Pounder Custom stacks up against the Phantom Wedge towing the trailer here. Okay then, and as we can see, yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, it sort of stays lagging behind it for a moment or two, but then the Pounder Custom gets in front. So if you thought the Pounder Custom was slow, then the MOC being dragged along by the Phantom Wedge is even slower. Okay, we sort of caught up with him around the corner there, didn't we? But no, he's going to pull away again. Okay, like I say, when we came up with the idea for this particular test sort of match, you know, we didn't realise exactly the size difference between these two particular vehicles. So if you ever did wonder how the Pounder stacks up against the MOC, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The MOC dwarfs it, doesn't it? Okay, and there we go, sort of pulling up now. Okie dokie, and jolly good. Right, okay, now we're going to detach the trailer, ladies and gentlemen, and see what happens now. Is the Phantom Wedge on its own faster than the Pounder Custom? Okie dokie, and we're going to find that out right now. Oops, daisies, Mr. Raccoon. Sorry about that, old boy. You know, entirely accidental, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Okay, now Mr. Raccoon has gone and got himself stuck on a small rock there, and I go and try and help out and accidentally get him stuck on an even bigger rock. Okay, sorry about that, old boy, not intentional once again. A little bit of up and atomizer should sort things out for you, and there we go, jolly good. Up and atomizer really does help out quite frequently, you know. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, can the Phantom Wedge beat the Pounder Custom when it's not doing the MOC? And one would bloody well hope so. Now one wouldn't one, and yes, it does, it can, and there we are. Okay, jolly good. So what do we think of the MOC, ladies and gentlemen? No, that's not what we're asking, is it's the Phantom Wedge. What do we think of the Phantom Wedge, ladies and gentlemen? Well, at $2 million, is it worth it? Don't know, really. Oh, same as the Ramp Buggy. Have you got any call for it, you know? But at $1 million, yes, it certainly is worth it, I would say. It's a good giggle, you know. You can hitch up to your MOC, drag it through town and whatnot. It is sort of expensive there, the $2 million. But it's a very unique vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, and the Ramp Buggy, of course, are not that unique, I suppose, but it's a great big hefty thing. And yes, there we go. I do quite like it. Okay, then, so what do we think? $2 million? Should you go ahead and purchase it? I don't know. It depends how much you like it. I wouldn't have done it if it hadn't been on special offer, but I'm quite pleased with it for $1 million. So I'd say yes. Sodding hell, right? Right, okay, there we go. Shouldn't have let him get out of the Pounder Custom now I think about it. That was rather obvious. Seem to be having trouble hitting me though, don't you, old boy? How about that? Ah, jeez, old boy. Can't get me, can you? Bloody hell! Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.